G'day friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. My name is James, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I have been sick for the past week, so I do sound a little nasally and a little congested. I'm sorry about that. I did say if I felt a little bit better though, I would pop a voiceover onto this video, just so I didn't give it to you without a voiceover. I think those like old speed paint videos where it's just speeding something up and putting music on it, I think those are so a thing of the past at this point, and I can't even fathom just putting one of those videos out on YouTube. And I know last week was a bit of a bust as well with my Collage Club video being on Friday. A Collage Club video is a non-video to me because it's just me talking about collage sheets, so there's really nothing to it. I feel like I felt really slack for putting that up. Can't even talk. I felt really slack for putting that up as your Friday piece of content, so I do apologize. I'm going to try not to do that in the future. I've never really done it before. I just got sick and I thought, oh, this is okay. Like, I'm still at least showing up. I'll see if people don't like this, and you're also generous, like no one's going to say anything, but I do realize, like, from my own perspective, that's not what I would want to come and see on a Friday if I wanted to see some art journaling, so my apologies for that. I think that was the wrong move. But we've started 2025. I hope you had a good start to your new year. Obviously, I've been sick. I had 2 little bouts of sickness. I had a sinus infection that was really unbearable over the weekend. I just got over that, and then I went to an audition on Tuesday. I want to say Tuesday. And it was right on the cusp of being better from that, and I was really worried because I thought, well, I could just throw some of that congestion back into my face. Like, you turn your head really quickly, that little nasal fluid might, you know, spark up a trigger or something, and I was worried it was going to come back. But I got through the audition. It was great. I had a great time. Saw a lot of my friends there. Felt really successful, so that was really fun, really nice. But after the audition, I started noticing symptoms that were very similar to the virus that Steve has. So I thought because I was dealing with the sinus infection, I would get away with not getting the virus. Don't know why I thought that. I don't know how science works. But yeah, I did my sinus infection, and then round 2, I got Steve's virus. So I've been taking a lot of medication for that. I feel really hopped up on Dayquil and NyQuil and Panadol and everything right now. So I'm probably a little all over the place, but I did have a good start to 2025 nonetheless. We have wrapped up our Home for the Holidays, our little Christmas show over at Knott's Berry Farm. That was truly a great experience. That was everything I wanted from that experience too. I didn't really talk much about it, but I saw that show for the first time, I think, in 2023, I believe. Christmas 2023. And I really wanted to be in it. Obviously, a lot of my friends are in it, who I work with at Knott's Berry Farm, but it was such a classic, you know, like, just such a Christmassy show. Like, there's a big house that opens up on stage, like a doll's house, and I just felt like it was so pretty, and it would snow at the end, and I don't know, I loved the look of it. I just thought it would feel so magical to be in. And so actually getting to be in it this year and being with all my friends at my favorite time of year, it was truly the experience that I assumed I might be missing out on in 2023, the one that I really wanted to have. I think that's really nice that I got to have that in 2024. So I will pop that into a really special place in my memories. Obviously, I've got my little highlight on Instagram. I can go back and watch whenever I need to go and watch it. But speaking of Christmas, that is what I'm doing in this video. I'm going through my Christmas DecoJournal. I'm putting all my little bits and pieces in there. I still have a ton more to add. It's getting very, very chunky. I think I will absolutely fill it to the seams. Fill it to the brim, or bust at the seams. Whatever. I think it's going to be chock-a-block full by the time I'm finished, which is great, but I would like to get it finished pretty quickly. So I don't know if you'll see any more videos on this, because I feel like that's something I'll do off camera, just to be able to not fuss about the filming setup or anything. It's getting really, I don't know what happened, but my filming setup is super weird. I don't know if this is just so old now, it's not doing it properly, but where I used to keep the camera and also, I'm not going to talk about it, it's so boring. It kind of ruined the desk over there. This arm. I think I need a new filming setup, but I cannot be bothered figuring that out right now. So I'll probably do that off camera, and you'll see hopefully the 5-year flip coming soon. I will say it's the first year in that new 5-year journal, so you're not going to see much. I barely did any drawings that whole year, and I think last year was the most I've ever fell behind in that 5-year. I can't say truly how far I fell behind, because I would pick it back up every couple weeks or so. I was doing really, really well up until I would say around Christmas time. And so I want to say, I think, let's just say 2 months were kind of all over the place. But I have been working to finish that up because I do stay committed to that. And I know I say committed, but if I'm 2 months behind, obviously I've not been committed. I mean, I am committed to filling it, not doing it daily. I try my best. Goodness, I try my best to do it daily, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this voiceover. Um, it's just not always feasible. Days are so random in my world. With my own business, I can make up all the time I want. Like, it has been so bizarre going back to dancing and then having like an audition in the morning, and then I have a fitting in the afternoon, and then I have a rehearsal all overnight. And I was like, where's that day? What, wasn't I supposed to do something for myself today? But everyone else needed me everywhere else today. And I guess a lot of those things are for myself too. But either way, I guess putting employment back into my life, putting employment from other people back into my life has still been the adjustment I've been talking about it being. I never get used to the fact that I don't have all the time that I used to have. So I think I might need to readjust some of my expectations of myself, to be honest, a little bit. I think I might be biting off more than I can chew. I think I could stand to reel back in some of what I expect I'll be able to produce as far as art journaling goes in 2025. It doesn't mean there'll be less to enjoy, but I think the idea of taking on like a themed journal for this, and then a travel journal for that, and then another travel journal for this, and then a different deco journal for this, and then this for that, I think I'm going to have to have a bit of a think about. I also don't want to limit myself and restrict myself. I know as soon as I say like, well, I'll only work in this type of a journal this year, I'm going to get over it in 2 weeks and start something else. So maybe I'll just forget I said anything and move forward, because I'm happy with how I'm going. I actually just wish there was more time. I always wish there was more time in a day, more days in a week, more weeks in a month, more months in a year. I wish we had so much more time. But the time that I do have, I have been enjoying. I would love to be doing some more art, and my art studio has been rearranged a bunch of different ways recently. So I've been consolidating things, getting rid of things, really slowly but surely. I take on like the tiniest task in a day, and I just get that done. And I feel like all the small progress kind of leads to a bigger, result a couple weeks in. So I've consolidated some things, and it has made me it made some of my other art supplies a bit more accessible. So I'm excited about that. I do need to finish Christmas. I'll probably do that off camera so that I can just do that without any camera hassles. But for the rest of everything I've got going on, that's pretty much it. I'll be in rehearsals again starting next week. I have lots of fun, exciting opportunities coming up that I'm excited to be dancing in again. So it'll be another busy year, fingers crossed, with all of that. And knowing how it went last year, I think I'll be better prepared to know how to deal with that this year. I have to say, I really loved the format of the Halla workshop and of Merry Mixed Media last year. The whole like dripping the stuff out weekly, or so that I don't have to do it all up front. It just seems so much more correct to do it that way. I don't know why I felt like I had to do everything beforehand, but I don't know. If that's something that people don't really love, I don't want to do that. But I think it's the same kind of a thing for virtual voyages anyway, because the lives happen when they happen live, and then I do prepare so much beforehand, but some of the things are still flexible as we go through it. I think just those virtual voyages happen over like 2 to 4 weeks, and that can just feel so stressfully quick. But like the Halla workshop happened over 7 weeks, and I feel like it was really manageable, and I saw so much more content being created and people's results. I saw so much more of that than I think I've seen in a lot of the other workshops that I've done. So I'm half tempted to go about my next workshop that way as well. But Virtual Voyage, that's its own thing, and it's on number 10, so I need to be really careful about what I do, because my expectations and my thoughts about it being something so specific is going to get in the way of me doing anything for it. So leave that with me. Obviously, you can suggest whatever you want in the comments below. I'll always read them, but I don't want to overwhelm myself with pressure about anything. Otherwise, then I just get too stressed to do it. But everything else as well. I'm in my new planner. That was nice to change over. For some reason, I'm not committing to anything. I'm putting everything in pencil. I don't know why, because these dates are committed to, so I need to fix that problem. I thought maybe I would like color code something. I don't know why half the things I do are the things that I do. My brain is just scattered. It's all over the place. Maybe it's the medicines, but I think there's also a bunch of journals I'd like to finish. I'd love to finish that Paris and London travel journal, which ironically not ironic, but interestingly, I decided to stop making the videos for that journal on YouTube because I did a whole series of that, but the analytics showed that they performed really badly. And so I thought, well, no one wants to see that, so I just won't do it, which is surprising to me because I've never cared that much before about the analytics. I don't know why. Maybe because at the time I was really trying to test out my audience to see what people wanted, but it really stopped me from finishing it. And I have barely anything to go. So I'd love to finish that. There's a Disney Cruise Line, the Orlando trip that Steve, my mum, my stepdad, and I went on. I really want to go and finish that because even though I did a lot of the journaling on the cruise, there's just a bunch of stuff I want to stick in the journal. So I'd like to do that. My Italy travel journal, I need to do that because I'm not going to have it get as... I'm not going to be like Paris and London and be finishing that 2 years from when the trip happened. Half the memories I'll forget by that point, so that's something. But then Christmas is something, this DecoJournal I want to finish, so this is going to be where my efforts are for now on Christmas, making sure that that's all squared away nice and neatly, and then we'll see what happens next. I'm going to keep coughing if I keep talking, so sorry this is a really short video. Just really going through it at the beginning of 2025. Hopefully this is not a sign of things to come and we're just getting the worst over and done with up front, but I really appreciate you hanging in there with me, and hopefully with all this medicine and some more rest, I'll be really good to go, and we'll get back to more of this art journaling that we love so much. Also, I'm in Junk Journal January as well. I think my day is 26. Don't look at that. That's what I did for Junk Journal January. It's been there the whole time. All right, well, I'll share more about that when it comes up, but I'm looking forward to sharing that because it's really cute, it's really fun, but you have to pretend that I don't have a Labubu because the whole video is about that, and now I have 100 of them. So, all right, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.